Yeah, this time 2 years ago, we had been in the 60s like multiple days already in late February. Remember that?
Yeah,
you forgot?
I forgot.
Okay.
Must have been pleasant.
It wasn't this year. But we got some more snow on the way. March 1st, new month. Let's go for a new snow record.
Let's do it.
Let's
What do
get
you
it going.
think? Yeah, no, the March snow records are a little insanely high. Let's not do that. Okay, snow is coming out of South Dakota, just starting to cross the South Dakota border. In the metro, by about 10 o'clock this morning, we should see some of that snow start to fall, with the heaviest in the early afternoon. Winter weather advisory for a good chunk of Minnesota, southern Minnesota into western Wisconsin. And right now, 7 degrees. The temperature keeps dropping. Skies are still mainly clear overhead, so it's a little chilly. Wind chill 2 below 0, but we'll warm up to around 20 as the snow starts to fall.
All right, Sven, thank you. And we're looking in St. Louis Park right now, Highway 100 at Minnetonka Boulevard, where traffic is moving along nicely. Road conditions are clear for now. As you heard from Sven, that evening commute is going to be a tricky one as you head home from work and school.
Well, in the past month, a Minneapolis neighborhood has seen a double homicide, shots fired, and an attempted sexual assault.
Yeah, it has people in the Marcy Homes area worried. Now, that neighborhood stretches from St. Anthony, Maine in the west to Dinkytown in the east. Ellery McCardle joins us now with what people in that neighborhood are saying.
Well, guys, people are surprised by these crimes and the fact that they're happening, and they want to know what's going on, why they're happening, because Marcy Homes is typically a quiet neighborhood, and Minneapolis police, they agree with that. In that double homicide, police arrested a suspect and believe they have the person who may be connected to the shooting on 6th Street. Well, last night, the department held a community meeting to hear concerns and talk about what it's doing. Police has extra patrols on the streets and are also going door to door with informational flyers.
It's nothing more than to bring a heightened sense of presence in the area. We really want the citizens to know that we're here to support them through this.
Police are also talking with property managers of apartments to make improvements because that's where some of these crimes have been happening. Well, Minneapolis police says overall, though, crime has not spiked in the Marcy Homes neighborhood. Alicia?
All right, Ellery, thank you. Happening today, a former Minneapolis police officer charged with murdering an unarmed woman is back in court. Mohammed Noor is accused of shooting and killing Justine Damon back in 2017 after she called 911 to report a possible assault. According to a memo filed before today's pretrial hearing, prosecutors want to use Noor's pre-arrest silence against him at trial. But defense attorneys argue Noor was within his constitutional rights not to make self-incriminating statements. Noor's trial is set to begin a month from today.
Here's your morning rush. For the first time, we're seeing and hearing the horrifying moments from the largest crash in Wisconsin's history.
Right here in front of me? Okay. I'm coming to you, okay? Hold on.
131 cars were involved in that chain reaction crash in Neenah, Wisconsin during last weekend's big snowstorm. Winnebago County sheriffs released this body camera footage from deputies crawling through the wreckage to help trap drivers. They say it's going to take weeks to determine how this all started. Xcel Energy says they are making changes after nearly 200 customers lost power at the peak of that polar vortex in January. Executives told the Minnesota Public Utilities Commission it was a problem with natural gas pressure, not supply. Xcel says they have plans to add new pipes or replace smaller pipes with larger ones in many local areas. Stronger gun laws in Minnesota are one step closer to reality. The Minnesota House Public Safety Committee has approved 2 gun control bills. Late yesterday, they passed the red flag bill that would allow police to take guns from people deemed a threat to themselves or others by a judge. And Wednesday, that same panel approved a bill that would require mandatory background checks for all gun purchases.
Well, 2 major recalls to warn you about that were just posted on KARE11.com. They're coming from the company Harbor Freight Tools. Take a look at your screen. If you have this propane torch or flashlight, you're going to want to hear this. Harbor Freight Tools is recalling 150,000 of these torches because of the flame. It may stay on or even when the trigger isn't being pushed. It's also pulling 500,000 of these rechargeable flashlights because they can overheat while charging and possibly burn you. For more information on these recalls, you can head to KARE11.com. Let's head over to Sven now with the One Thing weather.
Yeah, we are looking at that snow headed our way out of South Dakota this morning. It is moving, just starting to move into the far western part of the state. Some very light snow falling there. Around 21 though today at the snow falling. Pretty widespread, 2 to 3 inches. Isolated 4-inch amount. Better chance of that in southwestern Minnesota. Starts for the metro between about 10 and 11, and then bitter cold moves in for the weekend.
All right, thanks for that, Sven. A brand new report overnight shows just how many medical mistakes happen at Minnesota hospitals.
Our own Kaya Edwards is sifting through that report. She joins us live from the Department of Health building over in St. Paul. Good morning, Kaya.
Good morning, and this report shows the number of errors last year and how it compares to previous years. Now, when we say errors, here's what that means. There are almost 30 categories. It's things like giving a patient the wrong medication and it results in serious injury or death. Also, falls resulting in serious injury or death. Surgeries on the wrong body part, and the number of times something was left in someone's body after surgery. Now, I'll tell you now that there was a significant increase in bed sores, and coming up at 6:30 here, we're going to talk about some of the other key findings and the plan for hospitals to improve.
All right, Kaya, thank you. We're going to be checking back with you coming up in about 20 minutes.